Hi, welcome to History Snippets. I'm Pam Van Alstyne. I'm an interpreter here at the house, and we welcome you to watch How Women Stayed Warm in the Civil War. Let me tell you about a few of the layers that I have on. First, I want to tell you about my gloves. They had to be short, they can only go to your wrist, and they could be quite colorful. They could be blue, pink, yellow, green, and shades of gray. I have a wonderful next layer, which is this wonderful muff. The Victorians were very clever. They created this ceramic tube that went inside the muff. Inside that ceramic tube, you would find either charcoal burning or boiling hot water. Under the dress, we have many layers. The first would be a wool chemise, and then another wool or flannel chemisette, and then your corset. Then you would have pantaloons that were made out of flannel. And then on top of that, of course, you have your mini petticoats, which would either be made out of flannel again or wool. And then, of course, you want to put a cloak over it. Now, the cloaks can go all the way from below your waist to the floor. Now then, the wealthy, they loved fur, and they covered their bodies in as much fur as they could find. All kinds of animals. I won't tell you that there is also evidence that someone wore monkey skin, but I won't tell you that. And would you know that the fur stole became popular during the Victorian times? And if you are my age, you would know that your mothers had a fur stole. And on that fur stole, the Victorians and your mother had, of course, the head and the arms and the tail of that animal skin. How do I keep warm at home? Well, I need to go to the bedroom now to let you know what's going in there. We would wear, of course, a flannel nightgown, and all nightgowns in this time period are long. But on top of that, or underneath that, you would wear stockings, and sometimes double layers of stockings to wear underneath your gown. That's not enough. We need to stay a little bit warmer. So they cleverly came up with a bed warmer. And the bed warmer is made out of a wonderful metal copper, usually. And then we'll cover all of that with many layers of quilts. Oh, and yes, we did wear nightcaps. All of us had a nightcap. The men wore one and the ladies wore one. After that, I'll go downstairs, but I can't just go downstairs in my nightgown. I will wear a wrapper. Now, the wrapper is basically the same thing as a dressing gown that you see today, but the wrapper was a loose-fitting, very large dressing gown. Let's go downstairs to the dining room or the living room, or they called it the parlor. And my feet are so cold. Oh, what can I do? There are foot warmers. And inside, again, you put warm coals, charcoal, or boiling water again, because there is another tube inside the foot warmer so that you can keep your foot warm. Now you've seen what the wealthy wore and used. I'm afraid to say that the rest of the population who wasn't wealthy didn't have all these wonderful layers of clothing or contraptions. They did without, and they made the best they could do with what they had. I'm reminded of a scene from Little Women where the girls take to the immigrants a wonderful dinner. It's nice and warm and it's abundant, and they walk into the scene where the immigrants live, and you're reminded that the rest of the world did not live the way that the Little Women did. So now you know what goes on with women and staying warm. Please remember that every week we have new history snippets. Please follow us.